Shalom. All right, shalom, shalom. We are the Hebrew Israelites. We come out week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, America, which is Babylon the Great, according to the scriptures. We come prophesying the second coming of our Lord, Yahweh Shai, in this world ignorantly called Jesus Christ, who is coming to take down the current rulership of Esau Edom, who is the so-called white man. Our Lord is coming back to bring us salvation unto the elect of the nation of Israel, who are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. We are the true children of Israel. The Lord is also coming back to bring a destruction to the 2/3 of the nation of Israel. We come in the name of Yahweh, which is the true name of the Most High, Yahweh, not Yahweh, not God, not any of these other names. The Most High God's name is Yahweh, and His Son's name is Yahweh Shai. Those are the names that we come in. Before we get started, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kodash. We want to give double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of GMS who have taught us this word and teach us this word today. And we want to give a salutation unto the elect of the nation of Israel. So to get started, we come here to prophesy the end of this current rulership, because that's what the gospel is all about. The gospel is that, even though the nation of Israel is in this current estate, we're at the bottom, we're in our captivity. This isn't the end all be all. There's a kingdom to come where we will be placed back on top, because we are the Most High's favorite people. We are His true children, and we are being chastised for a moment. And so we come out here to prophesy and show the different things that will be going on that will point toward this current kingdom's downfall, America, and Esau's rulership. Y'all brothers have a precept?
Yeah, quick one. It's the book of Luke, chapter 21, and verse 27. It says, "And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory.
Yep.
And when these things begin to come to pass, then look."
Slack. Yeah. When it says so the Son of Man is talking about Yahweh Shai, and it said that He will come in a cloud with glory. That cloud is speaking about the chariots, which this world knows as UFOs or spaceships. Those are the vehicles that our Lord and the angels are going to return in to bring us salvation into this place, and the simultaneous, to bring us salvation into the nation of Israel, and the simultaneous destruction of this place, to the elect of the nation of Israel. What do you say?
It says, and when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh.
Right. So when these things begin to come to pass, look up, because the end is coming soon. And so we're going to get into some of those things that are pointing toward the end, pointing towards our Lord's return. But briefly to mention some of those things is World War III. That's what we're awaiting, because World War III is going to bring the destruction of this kingdom. That is what is going to result in these different countries around the world that hold thermonuclear power shooting their missiles over here to America to bring a destruction. That's what we need salvation from. We're looking toward prophecies of the MOTB is a major one. We see that coming to pass so far this year.
I got a quick precept.
Come, up the show.
This is Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
The third woe cometh quickly. Now, that word woe means destruction. And it says the second woe is past. So we've had World War I and World War II. Well, now it says the third woe cometh quickly, which is World War III. Now, let's talk about that a bit. Because what do we have going on right now? You have Trump talking about, he's taking over Venezuela. He has essentially kidnapped Maduro and his wife. He's sending missile strikes over there into the capital. They're going over there, seizing the oil, taking the gold. And what this is, this is a step in the direction of World War III, because what we see taking place as a result, when we see people's reaction to this, these different countries, you have Russia, you have China, where they're both condemning U.S. actions. They're saying, hey, like Russia and China are at the defense of Venezuela. They're on the same side. So when you have a country that is going into Venezuela, kidnapping the leader, taking their resources, well, their allies ain't gonna take too kindly to that. Did y'all brothers have some? Or any points? Y'all got any points? Baba Rashad, feel free to.
Yeah, I got a quick point. With the U.S. dollar losing its power, this is like kind of like an effort for America to keep its powers to get that oil that's in Venezuela, because it's one of the largest oil reserves in the world. Actually, the largest oil reserve in the world.
Yep. The largest oil reserve in the world, and if I'm not mistaken, they have the most gold in the world, or they're a top dog when it comes to gold as well. So that's one of them. That's why the U.S. wanted to go down there. But you see, they painted this whole narrative that it was about drug trafficking, and that's why they had to stop Venezuela and take the leader out of power. But we see after a while, Trump just started being honest about why he was doing what he was doing. He stopped with the narrative. He just came forward and said, nah, this is about oil. This is about land. This is about resources, and we want it, and so, you got something?
I also a little bit more to the Luke.
We got some more there.
It's back in the Luke 21, because like you mentioned, the wars and the rumors of wars, right? So this it says, then land backing off of that precept also. This is Luke 21 and verse 29. It says that he spake to them in a parable. Behold, the fig tree and all the trees, when they now shoot forth, ye see and know of your own selves that summer is nigh at hand.
Right, because there's signs. When that's how we know that things are about to happen. That's how we know that we're close to the end. That's what gives us the ability to gauge what time we're in. It's based off the prophecies, because we know that World War III is an end time prophecy. That's one of the last ones that got to go. The MOTB is the same. So when we see things being moved in place where the prophecy about to come to pass, we know, hey, we almost up out of here. Now something that's very interesting about this situation with Trump and with the U.S. and Venezuela is that you have U.S. allies as in countries that are condemning the U.S. actions. As a matter of fact, you have France and Greece that are having protests where they're burning the American flag because of what's going on in Venezuela. And that goes into the prophecy. Can we grab that they would hate the whore? Because, we'll just grab the precept.
This is Revelation 17 and 16. And the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore.
All right, so the beast is speaking about the NATO and EU, which is the main power structure in the world today. This is Esau's power system, and the whore rides atop the beast, spearheading that power structure. That whore is speaking about Babylon the Great, America. Now the horns, you have the 10 horns on the beast, which represents the EU, and it says that they would hate the whore. Was that into it?
There's a little more. It says, and shall make her desolate and naked.
Yup, make her desolate and naked. What else?
And shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire.
So it says that they would hate the whore. And we see this coming to pass. This is just one example where you have these countries condemning U.S. actions, because the U.S. always touts themselves as liberators, as as noble. Land of the brave, home of the free. Is that how it goes? Home of the brave, land of the free. But that's how America touts themselves. But then we see America moving with cruelty. We see America lying about things and going to war with people to steal things from them, but saying it's because of this, it's because of that, blaming things on people. always doing some type of evil, and it's to the point to where America can't, place this image as if they're just this golden child no more. People see them for who they are. And so when you have your own allies, the EU, you have the civilians burning the American flag. That's an example of them hating the whore. What else is an example of, them hating the whore? Where you have Trump, where he was making all these tariffs that was hurting these EU nations. Because what the US often does is that they make deals and moves that wraps up the EU nations, but he doesn't give them any say in the matter. And so these EU nations, like, man, like, we supposed to be like partners, but you're not working with us, And so we see this is supposed to be one power structure, but they're divided, and we see what it's going to lead to. It says that they would hate the whore and burn her with fire. They're going to be a part of those countries that have a part to play in America's destruction, because it's going to get to a point to where not only is America's enemies going to get to a point to where they're going to go to full-blown war with them, but America is going to burn their bridges with their allies, and they're going to be like, man, you know what? Man, we're going to attack them as well.
This is Obadiah 1 verse 7. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border.
Yep. Can we look up that word confederacy?
Confederacy. Right, when you get to the word confederacy, it goes into Strong's H1285, which is Barayat. It says covenant, alliance, pledge between men.
There we go, alliance. So all the men of thy alliance have brought thee even to the border. Can we read that in the NLT? What does that say?
In the NLT, it says all your allies will turn against
you. There we go. So let's read on in the KJV.
Back in the KJV, it says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee.
Exactly. And so the thing is, this alliance was made, it's as a means to, help the EU nations, as a means to share resources, as a means to be a defense to these nations, America being a defense and helping each other out. But we see that now, America is hurting his allies, so it's to the point to where, like, they looking at America crazy. It's going, and we see what the prophecy says. It's going to rift, there's going to be a split. Now in Obadiah, can we grab where it says, can I see verse 6, Bible shop? Where does it say verse 6? Yeah, there we go. Let's grab verse 6.
This Obadiah, verse 6. It says, how are the things of Esau searched out? Mm-hmm. How are his hidden things sought up?
Which is going into what I was speaking about before. Because you've had for years this image of America. And everybody sees America like, man, you just this dirty whore. Like, you're a problem in the earth. Trump is coming out and he's saying that he's the president of peace, but he's broken the record for bombing the most countries in a single year. How are you the president of peace?
This is Psalms 55:21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
Yep, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. America is like this person that, is always a smooth talker, a slick talker, but the whole time he has a knife behind his back, ready to stab.
His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords.
Because we have to understand, one of Esau's blessings was the sword, and that blessing of the sword is basically proficiency in weaponry and warfare. This is why America has the strongest military in the world. And so because of that blessing of the sword, Esau is going to use it. That's why, Trump can't help himself. He got to go to war. He got to, bomb a place or do this and do that. When there's peaceful ways that things can go about, when there's trades that can happen, peace talks that can happen, no, you're going to see America and Hey, even Amalek, you know, you'll see Edomites move forward with war because that's their blessing. That's what's in their spirit. You know.
That's why they changed. Was it the Department of Defense? They changed into the Department of War, right? Because
Yeah, good.
I appreciate it, brother.
Have a good one.
Yeah. It's like no, now they're more on the offense than the defense. They're moving towards like we're seeing it with Venezuela, also with even with Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? When they're going over there for resources also. Right? So this is just
they already got the resources from us.
You said what?
I said they already got the resources from us. They stole our shit already. Now they're going to steal somebody else.
Exactly. That's right. Hey, can we grab Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5? Yeah, I'm not sure if the viewers can hear him, but he said, you know, America already stealing the resources from their own civilians. Now they're going to these other countries and stealing their stuff.
These countries.
Can we grab that?
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine.
He transgresseth by wine, which is his philosophies, his ways of life. That's why you'll have Esau going to another country. Appreciate you. Have a good one. You'll have Esau going to another country and remove a leader and cause a whole regime change. Y'all need democracy. we gonna give y'all a little taste of freedom. You know, when that's not what it's about. That's why you got certain Venezuelans that are, you know, they're excited about Maduro not being their leader anymore because according to them, he was a dictator. He was doing certain stuff that they didn't like, but they're taking it as if America is their hero. That's not what it's about. America ain't your hero. America is he's just moving one person that was over you, and he's coming in with that imperialist ideology. I'm over you now. He ain't gonna be the dictator over you. I'm gonna be the dictator over you now. And they don't realize that, you know.
God, it says, he is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home.
Neither keepeth at home. America always in some other country business. And this situation that's going on with America going into the South Americas, that's based off of legislation. When you look up the Monroe Doctrine, the Roosevelt Corollary, what that did was it legalized on paper America being a police nation for the Americas. So there could be something going on in South America that has nothing to do with America. And they could be like, okay, what's the situation going on? Well, this how we gonna solve it. We gonna move you. You ain't gonna do this no more. Y'all do this. And it don't even got nothing to do with America. But it basically gives them the ability to control South America. Why? Because South America has resources. So they can say, well, we've written this legislation to be a guard to y'all, be a police state to y'all to make sure nothing goes on. But that's not what it's about. It's not about helping them. It's about having control over them. You know, being able to be an umbrella over them when they never asked for that. You know? Just like it's like it. What's another example of him, you know, not keeping at home? America got military bases in all these countries around the world. You know, America is trying to back up Ukraine, you know, to fight against Russia because they want Ukraine to be on NATO and EU side so that they can border around Russia. Always in somebody else's business. Like nothing. What the fuck is going on with this? This thing got the. But we can read on that.
It says, "Who enlargeth his desire as hell."
Who enlargeth his desire as hell? Now that hell is speaking about death, you know, and death is inevitable. Death is going to take. Well, it's comparing Esau to death. He's got to keep taking. Because Esau is greedy. He just takes and takes and takes. He leaves no grapes. So just like that guy stated, he already taken from his own people to where he taxes us on everything. We're working on this hamster wheel where we're trying to be successful in his society, but we can't be because he owns everything. So everything, all the energy we give, all these jobs that we work is just powering Esau's society. We're just energy to Esau at this point to keep his thing going. And now he's going into these other countries and he sees, okay, y'all got these resources. Well, we want that so we can continue to line our pockets so we can continue to be rich and be at the top. And Esau is just going to keep on taking and taking and taking. He can never be satisfied.
It continues. and is as death, and cannot be satisfied.
Cannot be satisfied. What does it say?
But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people.
Exactly. Everybody got to have a taste of good old American freedom and liberation. You know, we see, oh, y'all got a dictator over y'all, and y'all got oil. All right, hold up, I got you. Look at Saddam Hussein. Look at Gaddafi, Maduro now. You know, it's always, man. You know, so you have some
precept. This is Sirach chapter 12 verse 16. It says, "An enemy speaketh sweetly with his lips, but in his heart he imagines how to throw thee into a pit."
Yep. What does it say?
He will weep with his eyes, but if he find opportunity, he will not be satisfied with blood.
Because you got Gaddafi, for example, that was trying to nationalize their resources, that was trying to give his people free health care, you know, trying to help his people. And then America comes in, paints this image about a person, you know, and says this person's evil, he needs to be taken out. And they do it. And then the people are in a worse state than they was before America came in. You know? Can we grab I think it's Isaiah chapter 36, verse 5. Let me see.
Get this next verse.
Bible shot, bro.
It says, "If adversity come upon thee, thou shalt find him there first. And though he pretend to help thee, yet shall he undermine thee."
You get it.
You know, just like the brother was going into, Esau, he'll create a boogeyman for you, and try to be the equalizer in a sense.
Yeah.
Right? Like a beautiful example the brother gave with Nicolas Maduro. Right? Oh, he's a dictator. He's a drug lord. You know, he's this, he's that. All right, we're gonna get him out of there. They don't know what they're doing with the oil industry. We're gonna run it the right way.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna take him. Like, come on, bro. You clearly, you know, we said kidnapping. And there's articles. There's constantly articles popping up. It says, U.S. forces attack Venezuela and seize the president and his wife. Was it legal? Things of that nature popping up. So Esau, he creates a boogeyman, makes himself the equalizer, and brings in a so-called solution.
Yep.
Right? But yeah, that was a 10-piece.
This is Isaiah 32 and verse 6.
Let's restart verse 5.
Verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal.
Yep. The vile person shall be no more called liberal. So I'll grab that word. Can we grab that word liberal real fast? Because that word vile means evil. You know, despicable.
The word liberal, 85080. I believe it's Nabite. It means inclined, willing, noble, generous.
Yep, noble, generous, as if they're a hero. So it says the vile person shall no more be called liberal. Trump, but this is bigger than Trump. This is Esau's way in general. This is the American way. This is Esau Edom's way. They're no more being held on this pedestal because we see their own people. You have a lot of Americans who are seeing this situation with Venezuela, and they like, man, like they're not saying Esau, of course, but they're saying like, man, like America keep doing the same thing over and over, bro.
Yeah, when I was on the way down listening to y'all, that's what I was thinking of. It's like I was thinking of peace. There's no way, because y'all speaking about Gaddafi and all of them. Like, here it is, these world leaders be trying to make a better way for their country or for world in general, you know, global. Yeah. And here comes the anti-peace, you know, coming in, creating a problem and destroying everything, and then making matters worse than what they was. It's like chaos. You know, Esau likes chaos. He likes to live in a dirty house. He likes that he got crackheads outside his door. You know what I'm saying? He loved that he lived right next door to McDonald's with KFC across the street. You know, smelling all of that ragged ass food. It's loud because they stay open late. People get out the club. He likes all of that, man. All right? And he'll do it all in the name of humanity. That's the thing. I'm trying to help you, you know, but I'm bringing in chaos to help you. It's like, just let these people live. You know what I'm saying? What the hell is wrong with that? Just letting people live. But because you're not the rightful rulers of the earth, and the earth wasn't made for your sake, and that you borrow on it, then you don't borrow time. You just borrowing our earth right now. You don't know how to treat it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, if I borrow something from one of y'all brothers, I'm going to treat it like it's my own.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Esau, he's like, well, shit, it's not mine. I can just buy him another one. If he got a problem with it, I'll just, take his house. That's him thinking on a larger scale. If you got a problem with how I'm running things, I just come and get you. I get rid of you. That's not a true ruler, man. You know what I'm saying? Nobody want to live under those circumstances.
Yeah.
Be living in fear all your life. You don't know if your family's going to be taken away, if you're going to be taken away, if you're going to lose your job. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing sustainable for your own keeping in this place, man. Like, I understand we under the curses and everything, but there's Edomites who are on food stamps.
His own people.
There's Edomites who don't own anything. There are Edomites who living in trailer parks. You go to East Omaha, trailer parks. I done been around the motherfuckers. I worked at a community center. Them little kids bad as hell, too. No respect for the most part. They some little shits down there. One of the motherfuckers said his goal was to go to jail by the age of 18. Like, what the hell? Now, I know he don't speak for all of them, but you a product of your environment, niggas. So it's like, what type of shit is going on around there to where that's your mindset? Right. But he also said that's how his family is. His older brothers and cousins and uncles, all them went to jail and shit, but that's what this life produces. One of the brothers mentioned, I ain't looked into it. They said one of the countries just closed all of their jails because they don't really have crime like that. America will open up more jails because they make money off of that, because it's profit. You know what I'm saying? When it came out, that one of them prisons was complaining. They're like, yo, we got a contract, and according to this contract, we ain't got enough prisoners in here for me to be making money, so I need you to pretty much give me more prisoners. This is the type of life that they live. It's money and greed. They don't leave any grapes, all right? But in order for them not to leave grapes, they have to take peace from the earth.
Yeah.
As it says in Revelation 6, man. He had power to take peace from the earth. He'll been that red horse. That's all the fuck he do. It's just death everywhere. Death, toxins, pollutions, destruction, chaos. All right, everything that's against peace, everything that's against humanity, everything that's against life, everything that's against nature.
That's why the scriptures call him the son of perdition.
Yeah, you're the son of, you just destroy everything. You got the Midas touch where everything he touched turns to gold. You just destroy everything. You come in somebody's land, it can be green everywhere. In a year, it's not gonna grow nothing. All the oil will be gold and shit, but it ain't gonna grow nothing. Man, even which those are Edomites too, you know what I'm saying? The JOOs, but what they did over to Gaza and all of that, man. When you look at how the land looked before they went in there compared to after they went in there, like he will waste your cities.
Yeah.
He will literally lay your shit flat, man. So now we coming to this time. You had a preset, bro? You look like hey, come on, let me bring it out.
Yeah, this is Isaiah 14, verse 17. I'm gonna start at verse 16. It says, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?"
Yeah, he's the only one, because y'all was speaking about the weapons earlier. Well, those Germans are Edomites. Yeah. I know you say he's proficient in his weaponry in America. That's why America has the shit. Putin got some shit over there too.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Remember, it was them Germans that started all of that. Doing all of the nuclear fusion and figuring that shit out. But ultimately, it's Yahweh Shem Yahushai that put the spirit on them to figure it out, so we can come into the times that we in now.
God.
So 2 Peter, the 3rd chapter, can come to pass. So Isaiah, 54:16, it can come to pass. All right. Jeremiah 51, Jeremiah 50 can come to pass, man. 2nd Ezra 16 can come to pass. All of these scriptures that's talking about these nuclear missiles, it's already written. It already happened. That's where I'm at through the spirit. Like it already happened. Because it's written, it already happened. The victory already won. We already in the kingdom. Esau's already destroyed. You know what I'm saying? America's already smoking. That's just what it is. What has failed so far that was written? Nothing.
Exactly.
You know? So is this the man that did shake because he fucked up what was that, Japan? Hiroshima and Nagasaki? Let's see what these actually do. Well, you already seen what they do. You was testing them. But let's drop them on somebody. You know?
Live subjects.
Yeah, that's what it is. We need live subjects. Go ahead, brother.
It says that did shake kingdoms.
Yeah, because can somebody grab Isaiah 24:20? Because when he's there's a lot of warheads coming to visit this land, man. All right? A lot of warheads. A lot of judgment. Go ahead.
It's Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage.
Yeah, can you read that again, Kawashab?
Isaiah 14:16. They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee, and consider thee, saying, is this the man that made the earth to tremble?
Yep.
That did shake kingdoms?
Yeah, man, that's how he did it, and that's how ultimately all of this is going to end, man. Oh, and this is talking about Esau. Okay? He the only one that used those type of weapons, you know? Because they more powerful now, and it rightfully so. You know, that was the starter pack. You know what I'm saying? Now we into the final stages of it. Final 4. Nuclear missile, final 4. Go ahead, brother. Shoot, you still got more than that?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says Isaiah 24:20. The earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard, and shall be removed like a cottage, and the transgression thereof shall be heavy upon it, and it shall fall and not rise again.
There we go. Bye-bye, American Pie. You know?
Yeah.
This place going to be judged. It's not going to be inhabited again, man.
All
right? Ain't no Arabians pitching tent like it says in Isaiah 13. You know? It's going to be for the doleful creatures and the doleful birds, the desert animals, because that's what this place is going to be. They showed you that in the old Planet of the Apes. You know, had the Statue of Liberty sticking out. There's just desert everywhere. It's like, yeah, this is just a wrap. And what are you saying? Beware the beast, man. That's what this Esau, man. He's a fucking beast. All right, because a beast don't know whether they coming or going. A beast just does. You can go up to a dog and get the pet him, and he'll piss. You know, just I don't know. I'm not supposed to do this, but I'm excited. I can't control it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the fuck he does. Because if you look at all of these beasts or these creatures, these animals, they do everything by what? Nature. How the Lord created them to do. You know what I'm saying? And there's a quote that I like. It says, a man that can't live in society is either a beast or a god. You know what I'm saying? And Esau is a beast because he can't be amongst people.
He want to be a god, though.
Yeah, exactly. He thinks he's a god. He thinks he's trying to make himself to be a god. That's his problem right there. He think he got this far based off his own intelligence.
Yeah.
You already lost. Go ahead, Kawashab.
This is Isaiah 14:17. That made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof.
Yep. He's just destroying everything. Down there bombing in Venezuela. He's over there in Iraq. He was over there in Afghanistan. He was over there in Libya. You know, like, damn, sit your ass down. I believe y'all was reading Habakkuk 2 earlier. You know what I'm saying? Neither keep it that home looking ass. Like, you just always somewhere into some resources and just let people live, but you can't because it's too much like right. You have to go against nature. Go ahead.
That open not the house of his prisoners.
Yeah. Oh, you ain't. Hey, there's so much injustice in this place, it ain't even funny. He'll send your ass to jail for 20 plus years, 30 plus years, and then release you like, my bad, you ain't do it. You didn't do it. My bad. It's like, come on. Here, well, we'll give you this. We'll give you $250,000 or a meal, 1.2 mil. It's like, bro, that's time. That's time. What you want me to go and create a machine to get all of that shit back?
Can't pay for time.
That is time, bro. Like the brother Raib said, I don't know if he thought of it or he said he got it from something. He said there's two types of currency. You got monetary currency, you got time. Simple as that. I believe that's how it was said. But at the end of the day, you can't get that shit back. It's gone. You know what I'm saying? At the age I'm at, I was 16 at a point in time. I was 21 at a point. That shit gone. Now I got to deal with the responsibilities that come with the age I'm at. Now I got to deal with the responsibilities at the time I'm in, as we all do, man. At a point in time, well, that's why they have juvenile delinquents and juvenile centers and then jail and then prison based off the age and shit like that, you know?
Yeah.
Hey, the sneeze want to come out.
Okay.
Is it more than that out? Okay, go. You got it.
You might have preset. This is Isaiah 34, verse 16. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Lord Yahweh and read. No one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate, for my mouth it hath commanded, and his spirit hath gathered them.
Late on the draw there, but you know what I'm saying? It still shoots, huh? But yeah, that's going back to ain't nothing that was written in this Bible have failed, and everything that was written is going to come to pass. And it's happening now, you know? Because I'll tell the bros, I just sit and wonder, it's like, you know that something's going to happen to where these nations is going to go against the whore, you know? Well, you start to see that because niggas ain't got time for all of that extra foolery you doing. All of that bullshit, you just still doing the same trick. That's a bad guy. Boom, kicking the door. I own this now. It's like, you done did it so many times, it's like, damn. You know, to the point where people get fed up with the bully.
Like, it's the same play. You got the bad guy out of here. Somebody should take over this now.
You that wicked, you just don't even care.
I guess I'll do it.
You don't care that people over you or nothing. That's why France is over there burning U.S. flags. That's why there's people out there protesting in this very country. Because you down there fucking with some shit you don't need to be fucking with.
Yep.
You done ran in this man's country, took him and his woman and brought them to New York. In the name of weapons of mass destruction. And you got people that's been joking about that since the Bush era. Y'all never found them. So now it's no longer weapons. It's drugs, I guess. Like, come on, man. Well, they bringing in fentanyl, doing this and that. Y'all niggas created that in that lab, just like y'all did with the C-19, just like y'all did with any and everything else, man.
Yeah.
Y'all on some Stranger Things shit. Resist it. Y'all, that was Esau. The case. You done killed this man. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what's in his case. He dead. He ain't gonna need it.
Yeah.
Oh, this rock, this shit glowing. A nigga be like, damn. I don't know if that motherfucker talking. Hold up.
Yeah.
Close the case.
That motherfucker back up, put it back to
Close
him.
the case.
Leave that motherfucker. Yeah.
But Esau, man, he just gotta know. He gotta know, man.
Bubble Bashak, can I finish reading this
Go
precept
ahead,
we had
yeah.
earlier? This is Isaiah chapter 32, verse 6, which says, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail.
Yeah, he takes everything. He ain't gonna leave nothing. He'll destroy your lands. He'll destroy the food. He'll increase the food.
Yep.
Bro, he is anti-life.
Yeah.
He is anti-life. The Lord, there's so many. When you sit here and you go through how the Lord is so particular and why he gave the laws that he gave, I be telling, throughout the years, I done told people, well, that's stupid. Well, why I can't do this? And why? You know what I'm saying? It's like we get it through the spirit. The Lord is like, don't do this. All right, cool. Some things we might get into and understand it a little bit better. But to people on the outside looking in, why I can't get tattoos? I mean, so why I can't fuck another man bedroom? If you don't want her, it's like, bro, like, you cool with that? Like, I don't want to just, I know I'm knocking you down and you knocking some, like, but that's where the wickedness comes in. They take pride in that. Esau have created a society where people are beginning to come like him. Because that's what Esau crybaby ass did. I can't wait till my dad, my day, what he said, the days of my dad are almost here. And then when I slay Jacob, he was holding, waiting to hold on to it. He had enough decency to wait till his pops, he had enough respect, but that it still was on his mind, man. Because he came in there, man, Jacob used to plan this shit, man. You got a blessing for me.
It's not fair.
It's not fair. Like, bro, you wanted to eat. You know what I'm saying? You gave up your birthright. Simple as that. Hold up. I was trying to. Oh yeah. The other thing was his parents told them not to go dealing with the Hamites. Well, I'm about to go and do that too. He's anti-life. He just whatever he's not supposed to do. Surely he'll turn the things upside down. That's what he goes and do, man. He turns everything upside down. All right? It's supposed to be blue, he's going to make it red. It's supposed to be white, he's going to make it black. He just don't want anything natural, man.
Ben, I got a quick reset for you. This is Baruch chapter 4, verse 1. This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endureth forever. All they that keep it shall come to life, but such as leave it shall die.
There you go. Because that's what this word brings. It brings life. Remember, we was those dry bones, right? And then we got life through the spirit. All right, through that wind. Okay, which is this word. All right, this is what gives us life. This is how you keep your life, man. By keeping the way. That's why when we get in our kingdom, we're going to live forever because we're going to have the laws written in our inward parts and we're going to have no choice but to keep the word. The heathen's going to keep the word. They're not going to live forever, but they're gonna have peace in a sense. They ain't gonna have to. Hey, they ain't gonna have to worry about us coming in and taking them and their wife and putting them in, because they over there growing good crops. It's like, nah, you already know that come to us, man. What? Hey, somebody get Isaiah 64. You know what I'm saying? The forces of the Gentiles is right here. Give me that. No, but they're gonna be subject unto. It's just like a woman, bro. A woman is not over the man. You might not can do and say everything you want to do and say, but within order, you have peace. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be the heathen. It ain't gonna be sending no more postcards, no more liquor stores, selling weave and all of that. You're going to have your land. You're going to grow your crops. You're going to get the best of us, man. And guess what? You're going to be able to enjoy your family. Now, if you go against our laws, we're going to put a foot in your ass. It's just simple as that. But we ain't going to come in there. This is the Esau, the devil. We ain't going to come in there, put a live pig in your barn and be like, oh, you got pork in here, you going on. Like, we ain't gonna be planting nothing. Like, nah, man. But Esau does that. He goes and plant things on people, man. Why you be having some people getting hemmed up, because they fighting for their rights. Like, no, I forget what it is. I think it might be, I forget what it is that he's saying, but where you basically deny for them to search your shit. And then the cops is always, well, if you ain't got nothing, then why don't you let me do it? Let me do it. It's like, no, if this is my right, it's my right. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm not telling nobody out there to practice that. That just be videos I be seeing and shit, you know. But I'm just saying within that, it's like, no, if I say no, then you ain't got that right. But they keep pushing and pushing and pushing. And it's like, I don't want you in here because you might plant some shit on me, man. Mm-hmm. You know? And then it's your word against mine. Yep. And then I'm a so-called black man in America. So that I already lost. Then it's your word against mine. I lost again. Then it's you know, anything can happen. Your camera stopped working, didn't work, whatever the case is.
It stopped working.
Yeah, it's well, hey, what was that? It was a show. Damn, it was a show I was on. I was watching. Was it that movie?
Weapons?
It was that movie, Weapons.
Yeah,
when the people were like this.
Yeah.
Kids running. Yeah, he ran over old boy and shit.
Yeah.
He was mad.
Yeah, because he started chasing after him, and while he was chasing her, he turned his camera off.
Yep.
You know, because he already knew he was about to do something crazy.
Yep.
Oh,
I thought he unplugged it after.
Yeah, he did it after.
Yeah, it was after
because
his father-in-law was the chief.
Oh, okay.
Because he was about to marry his daughter and shit. So what he did is went in there and told him about it. Like, look, I did something bad. Boom, boom, boom. You know, and he was basically like, all right, well, we're gonna try to fix it as much as we can. But if it come down on you, it come down on you. Yep. But yeah, it be those two. Like, but that's why they started the whole body cams and all of that, because of police brutality. You know.
Yeah. I got the definition to that word, felony.
Count.
And it's Strong's H50.
Going back, what precept that was?
Which was Isaiah 32:6.
Okay.
Which was Strong's H5039, which is the Hebrew word nabalah, and it says senselessness, folly, disgraceful folly, of immorality, profane actions.
Immorality, no ethics, no virtue. You just don't care.
Yep.
I come in your house with my shoes on. Leave them on. Fuck your couch mindset. I'll put my shoes on your couch. All of that. I take a piss on the side of your house and shit. Like, take a piss on your plants.
But bro, that's what I'm thinking, because for a while Esau would run the whole coming up with a story and a lie and you know. But it's getting to the point where Esau is just being so brazen with it. He don't even care no more. Because he's to the point where he's like, okay, everybody calling me out for this. Everybody saying I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Well, yeah, I'm doing it. Now what? I'm about to keep doing it.
It's all, that's what it is. It's like, now what? What are you going to do about it? If you try to do something, you heard what happened to people that try to do something. So it's like, but that's why the Lord going to have to step in at a point.
Yeah, he got to be. That's dangerous.
You know?
That's a dangerous mindset, bro.
That's why he got to get rid of him. He is a parasite. He's a cancer. Go ahead.
Psalms 10:5. His ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above out of his sight.
Yeah, because he don't. Look at it. Look at the ways like being grievous, right? Just look at the food. You know, here it is. You got all of these convenience stores, all of these fast food restaurants, and you selling poison. You selling junk. Oh, you feel like you made now because you're not allowing people to buy junk food with food stamps. It's too late. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's too late. They just going to get it with the cash, because it's not the ability to buy the junk food with the food stamps. Is the mindset that the people have. You know, that was the whole Willie Lynch situation. Man, if I didn't read that book. That was that. It came with a mindset. To after a while, it's like, well, this will last for generations. I do this for this certain time, and it'll last for generations. You know what I'm saying? If you look at all the women do the same thing that all the other women do. Everybody had red hair. Now everybody cut their hair. Everybody getting BBL. Everybody getting all these long ass nails. Doing the umbrellas. You know what I'm saying? Everybody just doing it, but then I'm a bad bitch, independent, you're not. All all of the shit y'all do, men don't even care about. You know? But Esau has given them that power. You know what I'm saying? That he's made them senseless. What did we say? Disgraceful of foolery or something like that?
It said disgraceful folly.
Folly, yeah. And what the scripture say about folly? That is set a great dignity.
Yep.
There's a bunch of BS that is looked forward to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? People look forward to New Year. Fuck that. People look forward to Thanksgiving so they can stuff themselves. Nigga, you can be unsatiable any day out of the year.
They making it fit.
But it's a mind, exactly. It's a mindset that comes with that. The holiday spirit. Now you can be given because it's the holiday spirit. New Year resolution. I'm gonna do this. It's fucking June. You talk about a New Year resolution. I'm gonna stop smoking. I'm gonna stop this. I'm gonna stop. It's like, nigga, that's 6 months of doing what you want to do. What's the purpose? You might as well keep doing it at that point. But it's just a mindset that comes with Valentine's Day. Oh, I gotta go and get these flowers and chocolate and teddy bears and all of that shit. It's like, nigga. Like I seen a video, dude was like, yeah, man, my family week. Because he said, I just realized this holiday every month. Yeah. And it's just all your money. I bet they got, what is January? I bet you can go to about 2-3 stores right now. They got Valentine's shit up. They already own it because it's a mindset. You start to see it, because out of sight, out of mind. So you got to start seeing them hearts, see that red, that pink with that white, and that is going to be on your mind. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like a fucking put you in a trance, and now you're thinking about February 14th, you know? And it's just by the time now you all pressured to do this and do that, and it's like, man, if that motherfucking woman beefing because you ain't did shit for her, then get rid of her ass. Shit. Lose my damn mind over some damn flowers and chocolate. Bitch, I just spent $350 on groceries. Fuck that chocolate. You know? Get you some dark chocolate. 70% cacao in there. It's good for your blood. I don't like that. What bitch you want to be healthy?
It says, as for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Then you go back up to the top.
Psalms 10:5, his ways are always grievous. Thy judgments are far above, out of his sight.
Yep.
As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them.
Yeah, he puffed that Maduro. You know what I'm saying? He over there talking shit with Iran, and they start like, this is where we getting to. He don't think that the Lord is going to judge him for the things that he did. He don't believe in the word of the Lord. Yeah. He said that he is not at all in their thoughts, man. Yeah. So the things that he's doing, he ain't thinking about being judged for it. He almost about to fulfill his enterprise. That's all he got on his mind. You know?
It says, he has said in his heart, I shall not be moved.
Yeah.
For I shall never be in adversity.
Who gonna do anything to me? Man, what? Yeah. We started these micro C-hits back in the 50s and the 60s. Yeah. And look, now we got a phone in everybody's hand. We got many cameras. You got a computer in your hand, got a computer in your car. Might as well put a computer in your arm. What? Got computers in your brains. Paralyzed motherfucker playing chess. It's like, you good. You know? It's a miracle. His technology is his miracle, man. So he came this far. He don't think anything is going to happen to him. He don't think he's going to be judged for those things. All right? I got precept. Is it more than that?
His mouth is full of cursing and deceit and fraud.
Yeah, he constantly speaking things about bad things about the Most High. You know what I'm saying? Saying that he is the Most High. Blasphemy. Turning the Lord, saying the Lord looked like an Edomite. You know? And that he's leprous. The Lord don't look like that, man. He moves in his pride, man. He don't think that he's gonna be moved. He think that he's gonna sit on this little raggedy ass throne forever. You know, that's why y'all building bunkers, man. If y'all gonna fulfill what y'all want, y'all believe in it, why y'all building bunkers? Because the scripture told y'all was gonna build bunkers. But in your mind, you're like, man, well, I ain't doing it. I'm just speaking like in the mindset of the elite. I ain't building a bunker because the Bible said if there is a war, I'm gonna survive. Well, it says that y'all gonna be the first. Y'all not getting it. But as the scriptures say, they're blinded by their wickedness, man. You just get to the point where you do something, do the wrong thing so much that it just becomes the norm to you. You know what I'm saying? I just can't help it. You just get addicted to you know, whatever the case is.
A little bit more. It says, under his tongue is mischief and vanity.
That's it?
That's it.
Good.
This is Job chapter 20, verse 4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment? You know, and the thing is, this is all temporary. Like the brother was saying, Esau has this mindset like this is just gonna last forever. The scriptures say that. You know, they call their lands after their own names. They like, man, he got this, man, we good. This is a forever kingdom. But nah, it's a temporary time that Esau has to submit his rulership. You know, his rulership is a rental, like the brother was saying. It says, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? You know, and Esau feared that. Because he in this mindset, he has a God complex. Somebody has a God complex needs power, admiration. They need to be on top. They need to be on that level. And the Lord is going to humble Esau on a grand, in front of everybody too.
Yeah, in front of the congregation.
In front of everybody. And it's going to be beautiful because, like the scripture this brother just read, Esau in the mindset like he's never going to face adversity. Like all the stuff that he did, all the dirt that he's doing to this day is never going to be answered for. But something I'm being reminded of, you had that man that came up earlier. He made that statement on how Esau take from his own people resources. He take the resources of the different people in these other countries. But he looked at the 12 tribe sign, and he was talking about how he used the nation of Israel as well. And that's a fact, bro. And the Lord is going to judge Esau for that.
It's Psalm chapter 50 and verse 21. It says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such an one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. You know, like the brother was going into this judgment that Esau Edom does. I want to get Psalms 10 also kind of complimented, because Psalms the 10th chapter says that the Most High, that Esau does not think the Most High will require the judgment at hand for him. So the Most High said, you must have thought you was like me. You know, yeah. I'm gonna set you straight in front of everybody. Yeah, and the Lord has to do that because we don't have the power to do that. The Most High said, wait till he rises up to the prey, and he's gonna set Esau, bring Esau down before the eyes of everyone.
Well, I think that part he's gonna set us up in front of it. Is that what you read?
Psalms 50 and 21.
I was looking for that the other day. Read it.
I'll read it again. This Psalms 50 verse 21 says, these things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes.
Yeah, that's Set us up.
Jake did set up. Yeah. Okay,
that's the thing. The Lord is going to put us back into our rightful position. We're going to be set back up on high. All these evils that Esau has done against our nation, all these evils that Esau has done against the earth, against all the people in this world, and he think ain't nothing going to happen to him for that. The Lord going to require that of him. It says, since thou hast not hated blood, blood shall pursue thee. So there's going to come a recompense upon Esau for these evils. For that which a man soweth, that shall he reap. Thus said the Lord. You know?
So Psalms 10 and verse 11. It says, "He hath said in his heart, the Most High hath forgotten. He hideth his face; he will never see it."
Yeah, he think because he been ruling, his empire been going for what 250 years now. You know, he building up his enterprise. You know, cementing his power. He's like, man, I'm all good. I can keep going. You know, but what does it say?
It says, "Wherefore doth arise, O Lord Yahweh, O Most High, lift up thine head, forget not the humble."
Yep, forget not the humble. Forget not your nation. And the Lord hasn't forgotten. You know, everything is happening how Yahweh Shema Shai had it slated to happen. We're serving our captivity, our chastisement, but the Lord hasn't forgotten about us. And that's why we come back to this knowledge. That's why, this truth has sprung up. And the elect are waking up because the Lord hasn't forgot about us. And very soon, the Lord is coming back for his people. You know, and to set things up.
This is Romans 9:22. What if the Most High, willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endured with much long suffering the vessels of wrath fitted to destruction?
Yeah, because that's what it's about. The Lord is all of this is going to result in the Lord's name being praised in the earth. He's allowing Esau to do all these things, to hold his power in the earth, because when his downfall that Esau suffers happens, it is going to serve all the more for Yahweh Shema Shai's praise, because Yahweh Shema Shai is going to get the credit for it. You know. Is there more you want to get off of that?
Verse 23. It says that he might make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which he had afore prepared unto glory.
Right. And that's the thing. You got Trump talking about he's the president of peace. Well, the Prince of Peace is coming back soon. You know who that credit rightfully belongs to. You know, a righteous people is about to be set up in the earth who the credit belongs to of bringing righteousness into the earth, bringing peace, bringing order, righteous judgment.
So Sirach chapter 10 verse 3. It says, "An unwise king destroyeth his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited."
Right. The scriptures say that in due time the Lord shall set up over it one that is profitable. You know. Well, let's read it.
It says, "The power of the earth," verse 4, "the power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable."
Right. So the Lord's allowing these evils to go on right now, but in due time, the roles are going to be reversed. It says Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followed. So there's going to come a time where things change, you know, and this earth is going to be replenished. What does it say in 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 13? We look forward to a new heavens and a new earth wherein dwelleth righteousness. But the leaders you need righteous leaders for righteousness to persist in the earth. Right now, the Lord has it to where the basis of men is set up. So when you have a base man set up, then basis is going to go on in the earth. It says wickedness had exceedingly polluted the whole earth. When in the scriptures, when you go into First Maccabees, and it talks about how Alexander's 4 generals took over, that's when it says once they took over, that's when wickedness persisted in the earth, roughly paraphrasing. Because that's when that major Edomite takeover started to happen. That's when that Greek Empire was the beginning of Edomites holding that major power over the earth. And that's when wickedness went on a whole nother level, because the basis of men rose up. You know, we're about to have a holy, godly people back over this earth, the nation of Israel. You know, y'all better say something.
I got Psalms 110:1. It says, "Yahweh said unto my Lord, sit thou at my right hand until I make thine enemies thy footstool."
Yep.
God.
God.
Basically, you know, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, said to Yahweh, sit at his right hand until our enemies become our footstool, which are the other nations.
Yeah.
They're ruling this earth the wrong way. And so, like the brother was saying, you know, the Lord is going to set up a righteous rulership on the earth through the Israelites.
Yeah, yeah. That's why it talks about us taking the nobles into fetters of iron. You know, us ruling with an iron rod in our hand. You know,
hey, that's verse 2 is going into. It says, Yahweh shall send the rod of thy strength out of Zion, rule thou in the midst of thy enemies.
Yeah. Hey, what does it say in the book of Isaiah? What chapter is that? Where it talks about how, you know, when we're placed on top and we hold the power over this earth, these nations is going to come to us to learn of righteousness. Right now, these nations is learning the Esau way. It says Babylon having a golden cup in the Lord's hand that the nations have drunk of it, and in that golden cup is all type of wickedness, all type of wicked ways and Esau's philosophies that he pushed. So that's why you have Americanization going on in all these other countries. You got democracy. You got Esau's way, the way that he thinks. And as it says, wickedness has exceedingly polluted the whole earth. Well, we're going to be a righteous cup in the Lord's hand. That these nations are going to learn the right way. They're going to learn truth. They're going to learn justice. And there's going to be peace.
I got that for you if you want.
Oh, for sure.
This is Isaiah chapter 2, and I'll start at verse 1. It says, the word that Isaiah the son of Amos saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem. Verse 2, and it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of Yahweh's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
Yeah, so that mountain represents the government. And it says that the government of the nation of Israel is going to be the top in the world. We're going to be the top rulers. And the nation shall flow unto it. Let's read on.
Verse 3, and many people shall go and say, come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of Yahweh, to the house of the power of Jacob.
And Salaki, it's not how Genesis is pushing that you're going to have these other nations that are going to receive salvation as well, and they're going to be next to us, ruling with us. That's not what that's speaking about. They're going to be our subjects. They're going to be our slaves. They're going to go through captivity. But when it says that they shall flow unto us, they're going to be coming to us, learning of our ways. They're going to be coming unto us, giving us on the 10th part of their resources and whatnot. That's what that's speaking about. It's not them being on the same level as us. Being saved out of the coming destruction along with us and being into chariots. That wicked ass shit, man.
So you telling me Esau deserves a double heaven?
He already in his heaven, bro.
He deserves to rule now, create all the rules, have all the subjects, and then go into the kingdom. I'm sorry, Lord, and then get the same privilege.
Same privilege, no.
I'll let you know. Are you about to leave? Yeah. Okay. Once I finish, if you're still around, I'll check it out for you.
It says, and he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths.
Yeah, we will walk in his paths. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow peace to persist. We're not going to allow these nations to follow after their own religions and their own gods and their ideas and what they think is right. No, we're going to establish what righteousness is, and we're going to force these nations to walk in it so that righteousness can persist.
This is the book of Isaiah 60 and verse 12. It says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish, yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. So, just laying back off what you were saying, because, like you said, there's a rule that's going to be set up. And a rule in righteousness. The law says the commandments being established, the earth being replenished, and the nation that won't follow, like you were getting into.
Yeah.
If you don't follow suit, you're getting that ass whooped. That was Isaiah 60, verse 12.
Yeah, because the thing is, when we come into power, it's going to be about making sure that things are ran right. Esau allows a nation to do whatever they want as long as it's a benefit to America, as long as it's a benefit to his new world order. He'll allow you to follow any religion, any way of life. Do what you want to do, you know, and that's wicked, you know, and that's what's causing these things to go on in the world right now. That's why wickedness is going on, because Esau don't care. He just care about him being in power. But it's bigger than that when the nation of Israel comes into power. It's making sure that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai's way persists in the earth. You know, making sure that things is ran right. Not about just, you know, us having power, us being able to do whatever we want to do. That is bigger than that, man. Yeah, just
okay. It says, "For out of Zion shall go forth the law and the word of Yahweh from Jerusalem. And he shall judge among the nations and shall rebuke many people. And they shall beat their swords into plowshares and their spears into pruning hooks."
You see what happens when the nation of Israel comes into power? No more war. You know, when you have Esau in power, and there's always war going on, always death going on. You know, all type of evils in this earth. You got Amalek acting like they are Israel, but there was war the day they legislation came into power that they took over the land of Israel. These is a violent people. You know, so there will never be peace with Esau in power, because there's always some type of land that he needs to take hold of. There's always some type of resource that he's trying to add on to himself. He always got to be doing something that he don't need to be doing, and it causes violence, you know, and wickedness. It says the soul which is lifted up in him is not upright.
It says, I remember somebody had brought this statistic out. It said America has been at war 93% of the time, 222 out of 239 years.
Damn.
Like, no peace, bro.
No peace could persist. But the thing is that when we come into power, not only are nations not going to try to raise up war against us, but these other nations ain't going to be going to war with each other. Everything is going to dwell in harmony. Things is going to be good, you know?
Yeah, they have differences, and it'll be handled like Solomon handled the two women and the child. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going to be just, oh, well, I'm going to just pick you.
Thank you.
I'm going to choose you, beautiful lady.
Okay. We appreciate it. Thank you.
But it'll be handled like Solomon when he handled those the two women, you know, with that child. It'll be handled with wisdom, man. It'll be handled with discernment, not just like, all right, well, since y'all more richer than them, I'm gonna just blame them. No, it'll be handled with equity, man, and justice. You know, the purpose of justice, for it to be handled with justice. You know, not just who got the better lawyer or how you feeling as a judge that day. You know, I wake up and one of my sheep that ran off, and I'm feeling some type of way now. I'm gonna be angry at the whole world. Like, no, bro. Man, clearly in the wrong. He's not. Okay, boom. Hey, settle that.
Yeah.
You got a precept real quick. Exodus chapter 23, verse 6. Thou shalt not rest the judgment of thy poor in his cause. You know what I'm saying? Keep thee far from a false matter, and the innocent and righteous slay thou not, for I will not justify the wicked. You know? So it tells you, you know, you go to the NLT, it says, in a lawsuit, you must not deny justice to the poor. Okay? Because when you go into that word rest, and Esau is renowned for wresting judgment. All right, whether it's through omission, blatantly lying, nepotism, bias, you know, rules he made up. All right, because that's the thing about Esau. He when he does wicked, he got to lie to coat it. He always got to lie, like Frosty coats. He coats his lies. I mean, he coats his wicked acts. All right. When you go into the word rest, it means to stretch out, extend, spread, pitch, turn, pervert, incline, bend, bow, or bow. To stretch out, extend, stretch, offer, to spread out, pitch, to bend, turn, incline, to turn aside, incline, decline, bend down. And something as simple as how they deal with Jake versus Edom in regular policing. Okay? Jake have a cell phone, he got a gun, but they got a guy with an AR-15 and he across state shooting people, came over there attempting to shoot people, and you talking them down. That's an example of resting judgment on a base level. Okay? You'll have, just like nobody went to war with Mexico, Colombia, and all these other places when crack was pumping. All right? But now that Edomites is that fentanyl is claiming Edomites' lives, you go over there and take a whole nigga down, like a whole country. Don't ask nobody. Hella war crimes. Don't ask, nigga, I learned in social studies, you gotta go through that little circle. This person gotta ask this person gotta ask this person, they all agree together. The president just don't make no decisions on his own. And guess what? The people, Esau is so wicked, man, and like again, they try to say like you'll do something and the government will be in the wrong. And they'll say, oh, well, the law says you got to do it. Why don't you just do it? The law says do it, right? But the law says you're supposed to go to your council. You're supposed to go to your branches, your legislative, your executive. You're supposed to go to your branches to make sure your moves are approved. That is the law we set up. So don't that make him a bad president because he's not following the laws? Based off of Esau's logic that if you break the laws, then that makes you a bad person. You're a criminal. Okay? Somebody be stealing, and an Edomite police officer stump his head in, and somebody say, well, oh, he broke the law. So pretty much he deserves whatever coming to him. Okay? But that's them resting judgment. All right? Because everything is really case by case. But Esau has an agenda. He wants to see blood, particularly of our nation and the whole world. Just like I seen somebody make a comment on X saying, you know, good for that Khan Maduro because they believe in the propaganda of him coming over here, sending being a drug lord over here, when fucking the U.S. was the biggest drug lord. Okay. You know, we just went over yesterday going over the Chinese opioid trade and how the U.S. made their millions and the places that these rich elite are in, they got it through that oil, that opium. Okay, they got the natural resources that they stole from other nations, man. Okay, and then they'll write a law or legislation to cover it up or to defend, just like when they went over there in China. They was over there stealing, smuggling drugs up in there. China was trying to catch their ass. Then they finally put up a sanction or a border, and then Britain decided that was an attack of aggression on us. So we're gonna come and whoop y'all into submission, make y'all open the borders so we can really sell opium. Pussy. You know what I'm saying? And destroy your whole nation. Everybody drugged up and doped out. But guess what? That type of wickedness leaves a ripple in the pond. Boom, Vietnam War comes. Everybody on opium now, and that shit came right back to America. Niggas out there leaning in the 80s, 70s. Gone, done. Okay? Bugged out because you didn't have them fucking blowing up babies and shit. So they got to get on that shit. But it made its way back over here, man. You know? You go into American Gangster and all that. He was flying, well, you going to Colombia. Was it Colombia? You know what I'm saying? Because that's where, you know, like, why? That's where everything is. But they needed a scapegoat. You're not going to fucking mess up the fountain of youth of drugs. You're not going to go to Colombia and shut them down. That'll shut down all your hospitals. That'll shut down all that, you know. You're not going to sit there and mess with places like, what is it, like Iraq, or you trying to take over their fields, their poppy fields. I think Afghanistan, Iraq, one of them. You know? I ain't going too much history on it, but I know somewhere in the Middle East when they went to Desert Storm, that was for them poppy fields and shit. You know? What's that was like the early 90s, the 99 and the 2000s? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee.
Yeah, so they spoiled. How did they spoil many nations? By taking their resources. Okay? You know, it says Venezuela has the most Venezuela has the most oil reserves on the planet. You know, allegedly. Okay? And it's a resource thing. All right, really, it's a rich elite trying to heap everything into themselves, and they're using people like America, Britain, somebody to do their dirty deeds, because they got there's a family of people that got countries in their back pocket. Okay, so America got to go and do that because the pharmaceutical, you know what I'm saying? Whatever they need to get, not the pharmaceutical, they just need to get control of that oil. It's speculated that they took like over 870 something tons. I think 370 tons of silver. Okay, out of there as well. And like I said, somebody said on X, yeah, that's good for him. Go ahead and take his oil and throw him in jail because he's a criminal. So you're stealing.
Yeah, it's okay for you to steal because the criminals stole.
Yeah. Go ahead and steal from him since he's selling drugs. Don't you sell drugs? What's the difference between taking fentanyl and giving it to a human being? What is the difference? Because you put a law on yours and they don't have a law on theirs. So now they're evil now. How the fuck is that so? That's Esau. They decree unrighteous decrees, man. That's how they got America. Them niggas used to literally pull up here. Nobody would be outside, and they'll open a pamphlet and hear ye, by the state, by the name of blah, 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 and whoop-de-whoop. This is such and such land, and then now they'll start planting and say, oh, this is our land. And that was, I forget the movie, I was telling y'all brothers to watch, when it was about, with Gad and Esau, man. I think it's like the Frontiers or something like that. But, they had, like the Mormons, they had their own thing, like the Wild Wild West, to where everybody was trying to settle and create civilization. You had the rebels, like if the American soldiers had a fort and they left it, then rebels would go in there and create a city. You know what I'm saying? But then you had like Mormons. But the whole point is that you'll have Gad to be settled in their land, and then Esau come up and say, hey, you're not supposed to be here. And Gad be like, what the fuck is you talking about? Like, this whose land? This I was here before you. Was like, this is Virginia. Like, what? This is what? You know what I'm saying?
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of this. I thought there was Choctaw area. You know what I'm saying? Last time, what rule am I breaking? You know what I'm saying? You going fucking you find a sheep and you be like, oh man, I got a sheep, or I gotta kill a buffalo. They walk up, oh man, you stealing. What? Like I've been doing this my whole life, so now it's stealing all of a sudden. Why is that? Oh, because this is our land. When has it became your land? Oh, I ain't seen nobody here, so I read my legislation based off our rules. This makes our land, and if you break our rules, then we got the right to penalize you for it and put you in our jail. Okay? That should be all behind resources and control. You go ahead, brother.
Okay, this is Micah chapter 2, verse 2. And they covet fields and take them by violence.
Yeah, they covet fields. That's what they did to Gad when they seen that their land, they try to put them on reses, just like they did today, but some of the lands they put them on had gold reserves, oil reserves. And so they had a genius idea of killing off all the buffalo so Gad ain't had nothing to eat and force him off that land. Okay? The measures that this devil will take to get what he needs is what makes him the devil, man. Okay?
Go to verse 1, brother.
Because there's niggas that'll steal Niggas, there's niggas that are still for bread, bro, for the want of bread. But Esau still help you look for it, conspire to blame your best friend, set him up so he could be your best friend, so he could take and rape your daughter or something. Like it's more than just a basic thing. You know? He's a rat, man. Okay? You got people that tell, you got people that rat. He the type of person that'll rat you out. Be pointing at you because he wants your spot. That's the type of guy he is, man. Then everybody fucking throwing rocks at you, stoning you and shit. And he's hopping in the crowd. Get him, get him. He's like, what the fuck? Like, why is he here? Like, why is he? Y'all let this nigga get y'all like that? You know? Look what he did to our women, man. The women doing the same thing, throwing their shit. Yeah, nigga, you ain't shit. And Esau got the camera. Yeah, get him. Zooming in on it, Vlad TV ass niggas. You know? That's Esau, man. Wicked as hell, man. Sit there and teach you how to go off, put you in a place that encourage you to go off. You know? Like I was watching, man, I know I'm all over the place, but Esau was wicked as hell, bro. Like I was like looking at the world map and just looking at these remote islands that I put on YouTube on an algorithm, and it showed me this Edomite. He went to this like this Anuvat or something like that. It's somewhere near Hawaii in the Fiji Islands, and it's a small island that's supposed to be. They say global warming is sinking and all that. Beautiful island, man. Esau goes over there. Oh shit. He got a video. He landed in his hut, gets up. Hey, I'm gonna leave my laptop here. I want to see how safe this island is. Why would you do something like that? Why would you bring that fucking nature to somebody's at peace? Why are you trying to check if somebody's evil here, man? You're the evil one. You know about somebody stealing and robbing and hurting somebody. That's why you're trying to test the environment. So you can fucking spoil it, man. How we know you'll do it? Because that's what your homeboy Christopher Cabot did. Okay? These people are nice. They'll help you. They'll be fine servants. The first fucking thing came to your mind, man. I've never went somewhere and somebody treated me nice as hell and I'm like, damn, I could really make these niggas my slaves, man. You know? I think I could really abuse these niggas. That's what Esau try to paint and use scapegoat on niggas, that's really his nature.
Nigga nature,
yeah. But he's worse. Niggas just do shit for fun. He do shit to really do shit, man. Alright? Motherfucker was selling uranium or what the shit uranium, but it was something else. It's like a silver bar. Alright? But that turns into uranium. You know what I'm saying? But it's something like plutonium or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But they was using it for like the watches, for glow in the dark shit, things like that, because it's luminous in the dark. All right. But the thing is that this nigga made a potion and told everybody it's the life potion. Cause it's crazy, because the shit gave you energy or something like that. Like you'll drink this shit and it made you feel younger, gave you more energy, blah, 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 such on and so forth. Wow, man. Such on and so forth. And man, this man fucking died from the inside, man. You know, but they were selling people uranium, man. It's like selling them fucking nuclear water, man. You know, and drinking and shit. The women that were doing the clocks and shit. You know what I'm saying? And licking uranium or licking nuclear toxic waste and putting it on their dials to make the watches glow. And told them lick it so the tip would be better, so you can get a better etching on it. And then when these people died, they hid it, just like they hide the Jabberwocky. Okay, but they reverse hide and blame it on everything. You know what I'm saying? But the deaths that they don't want to be associated with it, they hide it. Okay, motherfucking soccer player convulsing and shaking. Now, don't be no conspiracy theorists and go to saying it's the Jabberwocky. But the soccer players are destined to live the longest on planet Earth, nigga. All right? Because they take care of their heart. That don't make no damn sense for a soccer player or a football player to convulse. Now, a football player, maybe got head trauma, a blood clot from, you know what I'm saying, the impact or something like that. You know, but a soccer player, niggas don't get hurt. They're like, you see how they flop? Somebody slide and hit. They're out of there, out the game and shit. You know? But that's what I'm saying. Like, Esau rests his judgment, man. All right? The brother's got precepts, you can bring him out. Go ahead.
This Sirach chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching.
Yeah, learn not the way of the heathen, man. All right? Because just like Jake was saying that, you know, if there was a civil war, and we're not saying this because we already know all the Israelite women are bad based off the scriptures. Okay? There's a few women out there, you know, that are good, but the Lord called men. All right? And there's few women and there's few children, you know, based off households and things like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's another thing. Because you can have a woman that technically didn't do anything to get salvation. Like she ain't reading, she ain't, you know what I'm saying? She just with a prophet. You know what I'm saying? Because the scripture said, how thou know, O man, how thou shalt save thy wife. For the wife is covered by the man and the man is covered by the wife. Which is proof that there's women that believe and will cover their family. All right? There's women out there that are trying, you know what I'm saying, that are putting forth an effort. All right? But I'm going to say this too. I'm going to just keep it straight up. They're not going to, even if they're doing their best, they're still not going to reach the level of a man in performance. Okay? Because the Lord called us to a higher calling than women. All right? So their spirit not going to be as on fire as a man would. All right? But you could read that again. But Slakia, Esau had got our women. That's what I was alluding to. You know what I'm saying? And you know, he you know, pretty much he's always there. And our women, you know, took heed of it, man. Help cultivate a system. Just like the police help enforce the Babylonian oppression. Like if the police say, you know what, bro, I'm not enforcing that bullshit. It'll fuck a lot of shit up, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm not pulling that man over. I'm not gonna confine a real criminal. You know? Like if they start, you know, making just decisions, but no, they do what they're told because they gotta get that bread. You know what I'm saying? So in essence, you know, they're part of the system and you see what it causes. Just like our women. Oh man, I gotta get my money. How am I gonna get my bread if I don't cooperate? Sorry guys. You know, and some are so forward that they build their gymnasiums, build their businesses, start talking down on niggas. You ain't got no money, you know, all this and that. But you can't create nothing. But you ain't no you know, Madam C.J. Walker and shit. What's that? B.W. Wells. Forget that lady name. She was a journalist. You know what I'm saying? Because you had niggas back then. It's like I'm all over the place, but because niggas ain't shit. They be following this monkey Esau, and Esau's wicked as hell, man. He always have a fucking undertone aftertaste of wickedness to whatever idea he has. All right, and our people just keep on biting up his fruit, man. All right, believing all this dumb shit. You're believing this Venezuela BS, man. All right? That don't make no damn sense, man. That's the reason why you see labeling weapons of mass destruction. Because that's the only way you have to declare them an aggressor. So that way you could go over there and commit a war crime. That's how Esau rests his judgment. All to do what? To take their gold, their resources. As the brother was reading earlier. They covet men's fields. But they don't tell you that you'll be there minding your business. They'll see you got oil, and that nigga poison your child. You go to the hospital, he shoot all three of y'all. Or he got you on camera, AI robbing somebody. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like all kind of shit. But it all started with you minding your business. That's the truth to it. Okay? It's like I said, you out here selling drugs to the whole entire planet, man. Tylenol. They're telling everybody now, Tylenol causes birth defects, the Down syndrome, and all that shit. And they selling this shit by the fucking boatload, right? You know what I'm saying? Fentanyl is an over-the-counter drug. Autism. Girl. You know what I'm saying? But they still selling it.
Yeah.
That's too much money. That's too much money for you to cancel out. You can't cancel out Tylenol, boy. You know you fucking with.
And that's what I was saying earlier. If these certain things are bad, just get rid of them. But like you said, it's too much money. It's too much money.
Yeah, they rush judgment. They're not gonna get rid of their bad. They rather get rid of cows before they get rid of steam engines. What's it? Combustion. You know, combustible engines. They rather get rid of cows than cows been here. Like, since the beginning of time. Like nobody created like that animal, and now that animal's like, now that I created him, fuck, I shouldn't have did that. You know, cows been here. Okay?
That's crazy word, bro.
Like we gotta get rid of them, but let's keep the cars. You know? I don't know. That's like me bringing groceries inside my house. I walk in my kitchen and be like, damn, something stink. Let me throw these groceries away first, and then maybe that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? I'm smelling something old and sour, and I throw away my groceries as the first plan of attack. I drop something, and in order to find what I dropped, let me finish my day. No, nigga, you're supposed to backtrack. You're doing the opposite. But it ain't because you're retarded, because you are omitting something. You're trying to ignore truth. Okay? Instead of trying to fucking fix we don't want to fix the world, man. Yeah. You think you can live in this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, machines are messing up everything, but if I become a machine,
maybe I'll be immune.
Yeah. Because you got to go back to what? The Tower of Babel, man. Let's read that real quick. I'll put a shot. Because this is the origin, man. That demon was always present, trying to unite everybody. All right?
This is Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech.
Yeah, and that's what Esau's attempting to do today. And their Tower of Babel is really the internet, man. Okay? Their technology is that's their tower, that's their hub, their database. And they're trying to reach the heavens. AI. You can change your photo, enhance your photo. Okay? You know, this internet has become so powerful that you can have no arm, and they put you get connected to the Tower of Babel, aka the internet, and now you can operate your arm now. Nothing can be hid from you. You know?
And it came to pass as they journeyed from the east that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, go to, let us make brick and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, go to, let us build us a city and a tower, whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, behold, the people is one, and they have all one language, and this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them which they have imagined to do.
Yeah. And that always used to have my ear like, nothing can be restrained from them. Yeah, you know why? It's like imagine you got a group of niggas, but then you got an overseer, but then you got a couple honest men up in that group. It'll make bad decisions hard to make, right? You know, it's like something happened. Them niggas might rat on us, or they're going to try to tell us not to do it. It's going to be some kind of resistance, second guessing, and especially if they have authority. You know what I'm saying? Now imagine that everybody's thinking, everybody's like, man, how about we all bust our heads against the wall and get up out of here? And everybody's like, yeah. Now nothing's gonna stop none of them. Okay? Nothing's gonna stop nobody from putting CO2 trees everywhere. Look how people talk about science compared to the Bible. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's in unison, just shuns the scriptures, shuns the you know, and they don't think. You know what I'm saying? They don't like use their brains. They just go along with the system and what the system has told them. Okay? And that shows you. And if the whole world thought like that, like it wouldn't be a fight to get nobody under the MOTB. Because everybody believe in the pseudoscience and everybody just take it. And that's what Esau's trying to do. Ultimately, if you ain't with it, he gonna eliminate you. All right? Throw you in the concentration camp. You know what I'm saying? Niggas don't think Esau throw you in a concentration camp, bro. You know?
They're doing it right now.
Like there's people that work with us that we see every day that'll strap us to a bed and torture the fuck out of us till we die, man, and eat us. There's people that you shake your hand and you talk to that'll eat you the fuck up, man. And niggas is so sensual that they can't see it. You better open up your Bible and read, man. Esau has a perpetual hatred. You better do your historical accounts and see what this demon is capable of. But no, you niggas don't read. You niggas don't study. You niggas only believe in power. That's why you believe in Esau. And it leaves you in this place of being a sheep led to the slaughter, man. Okay? Your ass believe in money more than you believe in the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? Like I had these niggas going to this one guy and talking to they used to be Israelites. One guy was a part of GMS, one guy was IUIC. No, I think it was ISUPK, IUIC. And I found myself defending them, man, getting mad. Like, man, fuck y'all, man. Fuck with the people. Like, them niggas wicked. They deserve certain shit. But when it comes to representing this gospel, to a certain extent, they deserve their respect, man. You know what I'm saying? Because they are putting the name of the Lord up on the well, Yohanan and them is. You know what I'm saying? But they are representing the prophecies and things like that. They are what is it? Where the truth of pretense, Yahushua is preached. You know what I'm saying? So it goes underneath them lines. Not saying like, oh, we have a soft spot, but they, you know, Jake is around the bush of what we're trying to do. So it's like, you know, you don't fuck with them like that, but you know, I hope you come out of that dumb shit you in. We ain't got no hope for a nigga in the world though, right? But going into them, man, the guy was a bunch of people saying, oh man, yeah, they was cool. Niggas was admitting like, man, these people are cool. Like the kid trying to get him to Clash of Clans, and then the other dude said, nah, man, that's too early for him. Don't be doing that. And it's like, I knew something was weird then. Like, no, that's fucking order, nigga. That's order. All right, you don't get no fucking 10-year-old no Hennessy. You know what I'm saying? Or no wine. You know, it's not their time. They're too young for that. Oh, I knew something was weird. He didn't let me do what I wanted to do. I wanted to have fun. I wanted to come in here. No, you got to learn the rules, man, because the scriptures tell you it's sweet. This wisdom is sweet unto the tongue, but when it hits your belly, it becomes bitter. So when you come into the truth, you start seeing brothers and be like, man, this fucking shit cool. And then once you get into it and it's truth, and oh man, it's dope. I'm an Israelite, this and that, and then responsibilities start coming. Hey, take your shoes off. Oh, I didn't know I had to take the shoes off. So I could just have fun and do what I want. Nah, bro, it's like ain't no hatred, but there's rules here. And people that don't like to follow rules, you know, that's in a worldly mindset. They're into money, they're into enjoyment. You know, they're plebeians, man. Esau's main foundation of doctrine for the base man is to make them plebeians. Can we look that up real quick? And then there's scripture that says, in our life we have pleasures. You know, I believe Wisdom of Solomon, man.
It says, a plebeian was a member of the common people in ancient Rome, comprising farmers, laborers, and artisans. Distinct from the aristocratic patricians, and they fought for the political rights in the conflict of the orders, eventually gaining significant influence.
No, just go to plebeian ideology. Okay. You had Stoics and you had plebeians.
Oh, you talking about the Epicureans?
Yeah, Epicureans.
Okay.
I'm fucking. Yeah.
God,
It's too many tabs. Too many tabs, man. I got too many tabs open.
Epicureanism is an ancient school of philosophy founded in Athens by Epicurus. The school rejected determinism and advocated hedonism, which is pleasure as the highest good.
Yeah, that's the indoctrination of today. You know what I'm saying? And Esau wants people to prioritize pleasure so that he can sell it to you. Okay?
I got that in the Wisdom of Solomon. If you wanted that.
Yeah, you get that real quick.
So Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2, and verse 5, it says, "For our time is as a very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is fast sealed, so that no man cometh again. Come on, therefore, let us enjoy the good things that are present, and let us speedily use the creatures as in youth. Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ointments, and let no flower of the spring pass by us. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our portion and our light is this."
Yeah, that's the root of capitalism. That's the real brain behind capitalism. Niggas think niggas trying to get all the gold in the world so everybody can have necklaces and shit. No, that is not why they're collecting the gold. They're collecting the gold to make your ass run up and down this treadmill for the free ski. So I don't have to ever get up in my life. They're trying to duck the curses in a different way. Like the Lord said, by the sweat of our brow. Esau looked at that and like, shit. By the sweat of my bone of my bone. What the next said? You know what I'm saying? Esau, and got them look, you know, and created concepts to circumvent the laws, man, or circumvent the curses, because Edom low key did circumvent the curse that was put on man upon the face of the earth, or he's trying to. Okay, he's not trying to work. All right, he's not trying to the bruise the head and the heel. He's not trying to have no enemies. All right, you'll never. That's why you'll never see the Rothschilds on a Forbes magazine, man. Okay, it's a reason. You know, like it's a reason. You don't know. Hey, you don't see Biden. You don't see Bill Clinton. Why you don't see them on the Forbes? You really think Jay-Z got more money than fucking Hillary Clinton? You know what I'm saying? This nigga top 5 and shit. Get the fuck out of here, nigga. These niggas go over there bombing. These niggas tell people who to bomb. They got fucking natural immunity, Secret Service. And you mean to tell me I'm the nigga that allow you to do concerts? And you got more money than me? Then when y'all gotta pay for this venue, y'all gotta pay $2 million an hour, nigga, and I'm taxing that. When you get your money, you pay me. How the fuck is you got more? All y'all niggas pay me. How y'all got more money than me? You know? I ain't saying that they solely, the government solely, but a thieving cracker that's over finances, you mean to tell me they gonna steal that money? Send $2 million worth of rubbers to Canada, $5 million drag party in Brazil. You know? Like these niggas they know to move some paperwork around, man, and make something look like something else. And they're smart enough to make you put a nigga up there as a nigga with money and a high back. Hillary, you should see nothing but politicians at the top, bro. They got bready bread. When them niggas move into them neighborhoods and eat them, Jay-Z and all that, and say, yeah, we in the neighborhood now, we fucking it up. Who you think they fucking up? They fucking up these politicians, these lawyers, these judges. That's them niggas that their neighborhood they moving into. So how the fuck are they above them on the Forbes list? My point is that they be hiding motherfuckers, man. You know, they got money that niggas don't know about. All right.
Got a precept. They got assets.
Yeah, and cause once you start following them, it's like, damn, because once you start following like the Bidens and the Clintons, how the fuck y'all get money? And then you start going into their history, starting niggas doing opioid trades. A lot of niggas doing opioid trades. A lot of them come from either slave money. It wasn't like a nigga worked hard and figured it out. The same shit that they created laws to oppress everybody else with is how they got their money. They just closing a floodgate for everybody else so they can't get access the same way. Like climbing up out of a pit through a rope and you chopping a rope off. It's like, nah, you can't use this rope. This is my rope. Like, what? I found it first. No, you grabbed it first, bro.
Yeah, I was gonna go next.
Yeah, I was just nice enough to tell you could go ahead first. Now you telling me I gotta be your servant and all to get out this pit, and you gonna give me the wow, man, you crazy?
Give you a rope.
Imagine you see this thing climbing out the pit. He get out that bitch and you see him come up with a paper and read it to you like, whoa, what the fuck? I hereby now profess that rope under the name.
Yep.
Oh, and then shake that pit. They was like, yo, what the fuck? Well, it's illegal to use this rope. How do I use it? Well, you gotta become my servant. You gotta sign this paper. Nigga, throw a paper down there, string it up.
Blood print on there.
This how Esau worked, man. That's why we need not to be around this devil. All right, let's get that like you finished what you're reading this Surah, because that's a lengthy combo that the Lord is lacing up, letting everybody know that Esau is a damn devil, man. Okay.
Oh, back to what I had that wisdom talk. So back in Wisdom of Solomon.
No, Surah. As iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Got it. This Surah chapter 12 and verse 10. It says, "Never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusted, so is his wickedness.
Mm-hmm.
Though he humble himself and go crouching."
Yeah, come helping. Them niggas went over there to help Haiti. Niggas, they try to help everybody. They try to help Africa, you know. Try to get a nigga some money, but Africa start getting mad. Say we ain't doing that trans shit, man. I'm gonna take my money then. You know, they always come helping, but it's a trade-off. You know, I think it was Harvard or Cambridge, one of them motherfuckers. They went to talking about Palestine, free Palestine, and all that. Them boys, them Jew-rats took that funding real quick. Took that rope. And then them niggas say, fuck laws, fuck morals, fuck freedom. It's what you say, because money talks, power talks. You start seeing when Esau jump up behind something, that's you know. And I ain't talking about I'm talking about when he jumps up behind something. You know, and you just follow the money from there. Okay?
It says, "Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hast wiped a looking glass, and thou shalt know that his rust have not been altogether wiped away."
Yeah, like your window, you know what I'm saying? You can see that, I'm like, oh, that nigga ain't changed. What it takes a closer look. You kind of gotta like
Kind of see his vision. It's a little blurry, but
yeah. In the picture, that shit look dope.
yeah.
But then you walk up, touch the wall. It's paper. It's not real drywall. You gotta walk up on Esau. You gotta. That's how you gotta deal with him. And I'm tired of that shit, man. I just want to meet people, and they are who they are. If they're evil, let's get rid of them. If they're good, fuck it, let's chill, man. Like, goddamn, why we always gotta be fucking competing and shit? Why we can't just live? Why I gotta be better than you or do this better than you? Why you gotta have a better position? How come you can't just have your own shit and I got my own shit? And if we on the same shit, that's where we meet up at. There's no fucking peace here, man. You know? See somebody next to you, he cutting you off, he gotta be in front of you. You in line, motherfucker, don't want to let you through. You know?
Then you jump in front of them, they pissed off at that. Well,
you be sitting in line with like 2 items. This nigga got a basket full of shit, won't let you in front of him. Like, I'm tired of that shit, bro. You know? Then somebody argues, where's my purse? Like, damn, bro. Like, where's the fucking humanity here? Where's the goddamn humanity, man? Ain't you don't have to demand that out of somebody, but it should, like I said, they want to tell everybody to be kind. They don't tell nobody to be fair. That's fair. That makes fucking sense. You know? Like Esau, he rests his judgment, man. And then he establishes laws that are fucking stupid. And a lot of the laws is bent off of him getting his way. Okay? Eugenics was a law for slavery, man. The whole black and white thing was a scientific concept. These niggas made scientific concepts behind beating niggas, man. How far else would they fucking go to do their evil? You know?
Isaiah 10:1, woe to them that decree unrighteous decrees and that write grievousness which they have prescribed.
Yeah, like drapetomia. You know? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like you sign, that's like autism. That's how like real it was. Cause we hear it and we're looking at it on paper and saying that's some bullshit. But you gotta realize that people is running around treating drapetomia like niggas with autism. Get them, strap them down. We gotta. Come on, Billy. Don't do this for you. I ain't get it. It's contagious. You gotta. The only cure is to strap him to a chest and sit on his lap and punch him in the chest for 20 minutes. Full force. They come up with some fucking dumbass logic on how to solve it. Pour hot water on your back for 2 hours straight.
With that too, they was cutting off. They would just cut your big toe off. You know what I'm saying? That's where all your equilibrium at. You know. And if you try to run again, they taking the whole foot.
Yeah.
It's like, nigga, how you diagnose me with a situation of wanting to be free?
Now this is the thing. They knew better. You know, because they knew you're not supposed to halt or maim a slave, a servant. Yeah. Because America was built off of Christianity. America had a lot of Christian standards because of the Vatican. That's why they had to come up with eugenics and black and white and all that so they could justify Israelites as being subhuman so they don't count as full human. I could treat them like cargo or pet or goyim. Okay? So they came up with that concept to justify slavery. That's why I'm saying like how Esau is wicked as hell, man. Okay? And he'll go through great lengths to do what the fuck he want to do, but he knew you're not supposed to chop no foot off. All right? That's why the women used to have long dresses. Okay? They didn't even do certain operations on women. They used Jake women. That's why they over-sexualized them. So they could justify fucking with them and chemically castrating them, opening their uterus up and looking at it. You know? They diagnosed it as like, oh yeah, this is a disease. So we gotta lay her on her back and open up and look into her cootie cat. So I can see that really you just wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And abuse people and look inside people and either get sexual or actually try to do surgeries and fuck with people, man. You know what I'm saying? But created a law and a pseudoscience, a theory to justify what you was doing, man. Okay? Like grave robbers and shit. There was a point in time it was like hella grave robbers, man. Because people would die, they'll hurry up and dig your shit up and steal your organs. Okay? Organ harvesting has always been a thing. Okay? That's that, you know, but it's so much wickedness in this fucking world that like Esau got time for bullshit. And that's why the Lord gonna destroy him, bro, because it ain't gonna stop. Here it is, he out here getting that fucking with Maduro when you could just stop selling the drugs, man. Stop selling fentanyl. Stop everybody from selling that shit. All right? Johnson & Johnson, all them niggas. Stop all them niggas. But you're not. You're not trying to stop fentanyl. You're trying to regulate it. Okay?
So 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 7, it says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way."
And the Lord is the one who let, all right? And he's letting Esau do his thing till he be taken out of the way, man. He will be pushed to the side. All right? The Lord gonna pie face his ass, man, and sit him down. Ultimately get rid of him off the planet Earth, bro. I want to hear all that shit like, damn, that's wrong. Why would somebody get rid of human beings? We talking about why. Let's talk about why do a human being, why would the Most High have to go that far? Because he's fucking evil. You shouldn't have to get rid of a race of people. Yeah, you should. So why do he? Because he's that fucking evil, which is even more reason why you should go like right the fuck now, man. Okay? It's to the point that the Lord's saying they gotta go, period. There is no bouncing back. Elamites, they could bounce back. Japhet, Ham, nigga, they be blowing cow butt and shit. And they got a chance to live in the earth. But Esau, you can't come back. You a vile motherfucker, man. Okay? Nobody wants to admit it. Because that vile motherfucker's in power. And he's feeding you like a hamster. And you like it like that. Because your cage is a little bit bigger than everybody else's. Clown. Yep. That's pretty much it on my end, man. So with that being said, we'll give all praises
unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
I want to say double honor to our apostles who had elders who rule well. Blessings and salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.
Bitch with a deep tag. I like a nice